we're in the month of September,
yes,
officially. For you, anecdotally, before we go blow by blow with what we saw, where are you at this stage as far as your sense of what you were able to experience during this summer movie season? What was good for you? What was bad for you? Everything in between.
Like just over the summer?
We can stretch it back even further if we wanted to like include Thunderbolts, right? Because that was late March. So
we had Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America.
Wasn't Thunderbolts May?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm mixing up Captain America and Thunderbolts.
Cap was
right.
March.
Cap was the earlier of the two. So as far back as you want to go, man, it's your pod.
Well, it's our pod.
It's our pod.
It's our pod.
That was a test and you passed. So it was a very passive-aggressive move to see if you would acknowledge me. Thank you.
Yes. And because we are splitting the pot 50-50
That's right.
of all the money that we make.
Right. That's right.
But
yeah, how are you feeling coming out of this summer? Because I'll just tease it a little bit. I feel much better coming out of this summer movie season than previous summer movie seasons of the last several years.
Yes, I don't want to jinx it and say we're back, because I feel like we've always had that back and forth over the last couple of years. We're back!
There's been teases. Just kidding.
We're dead. We're back. We're dead.
Yeah.
I feel confident that, for instance, with DC specifically, I feel like we are in a very good place with DC.
Yep.
We are going to be fed well in that universe for the foreseeable future. So I feel really good about that, because for a very, very long time, we have not had great things out of DC.
Right.
I would say the last great thing out of DC was, and this is a very hard thing to beat, but it's Christian Bale's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight trilogy. Mm-hmm. That is world-renowned, has Oscars.
Yep.
That was the peak of DC at that point in time, and it's not even a shared universe. It's just Batman off on his own. We can talk about how Batman could be his own thing forever and ever, and it just seems like everything after was all experimental.
Yeah.
Like your DCEU feels very experimental. This feels like James Gunn knows what this wants to be, and we have a direction that we're going. We don't know what direction. You know, we know that we are getting our characters established essentially, but we don't know what the big event they're going to build to, if any.
Right.
Maybe they don't build to it. Maybe it just happens.
Right.
Which, guess what?
What a novel idea.
I'm okay with that. I really am. Like, if we're not building up to a Justice League where Batman's recruiting people, and instead it's just like Justice League, the animated series, where they have a massive threat come to Earth, and then they all happen to team up with each other, and it happens to work out. They're like, we should do this more often. I need friends.
Yeah.
And then we just have a Justice League established moving forward after that. I'm good with it.
Yep.
That's what I think is the most promising, is that we have no end credits.
Right.
I don't have to think or worry about what's next.
Do homework.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I have flipped 180 from end credit scenes. I used to love end credit scenes. And then I think Marvel took advantage of that and started throwing in dumb or pointless end credit scenes where it's like, why did I stay for this whole thing?
Yep.
You dicks.
Yep.
And I think it's burning them now. I really do.
Was the first end credit scene that really turned you, was it the at the end of, I'm forgetting which Spider-Man
Homecoming
movie? Yeah.
I think it's the first one.
Yep. Right. That you went, all right, hold on a minute. When Captain America comes out and.
But yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is it where he's like, so you did drugs? Is that what he says?
Something like that.
It's something.
So you're in detention.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something very.
And it's just like,
I stayed here for that.
Exactly. And it's just like, wow, what's the point here?
Yeah.
Like, just don't keep me longer just because you want to. Is it a funny gag? Yeah, okay, I'll give you credit.
You get away with it
It's comedy. But, you have the other ones that I can't think of any super off the top of my head, but there are some that are, like, pointless, and there are some that are just, like...
They failed to follow through. I think that's what made them so unique for such a stretch of time, is it was a genuine, hey, here's what's coming next that would be fulfilled within the next calendar year. Once they really got them dialed in, sometimes as many as 2 years. But I think of like the For me, where it started was going even further back with the Eternals movie, is the end credits scene where they introduce Eros and I forget the name of the little dwarf elf. Pip. There you go. Pip. Freaking Pip. And nothing, right? Nothing has
could
come
have
of
learned
that.
like calculus, but instead my brain remembers D tier comic book characters off the top of my noggin.
D at best. We may be down in the Y's. It's truly, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
So I think that refresh alone has been great because I look at it this way too. Like we are getting new characters that we haven't really seen too much of, and even if we have, they weren't great iterations of those characters.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go. DC's got so many cool characters that they don't ever touch. Yeah. This is the time for them. James Gunn is the perfect guy. We might actually get a nice little renaissance in the DC comics because of James Gunn. Yeah. Because I don't know anything if Creature Commandos got anything after their show, but if they didn't get a limited run or a limited series, I would be very surprised. Just based off of the success of that show. Or Peacemaker getting his own, again, limited series. These aren't characters that need ongoings for the future, but you're telling me they don't qualify now for a limited? Because that's what I would be doing right now if I was DC. And maybe they are. I'm not keeping up with all the new relevant stuff right now, so I could be very much wrong. But that's when you strike on that.